Walter Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
I blame it on industry. I blame it on my own hypocrisy. It's education and politicians. No one's willing to step up and speak.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pace Radio Show. We are live, and we are here on lifestyleradio.net as well as our sister station, 420radio.ca. I'm your host, Errl Grham. Tonight, I am joined by my joint host, Northern Ontario, Kim Cooper, who has invited a guest who's a patient helping patients and wants to make sure that they have alternative choices. But first, Kim and I are going to have a chat.
Yeah, we're going to have a little chat today about some sad news that we got this evening.
Yes. Just recent. Just got the news.
Yeah, moments
ago.
Yeah. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, okay. From what we're seeing on Facebook tonight, Diane Jensen has posted she's feeling heartbroken. Michael Jensen, she posted, "Today I lost the love of my life. My soulmate, my hero. He was fighting hard. It was a tough battle, and the cancer was just too hard for him. Fly high, my love. You will forever be in my heart."
Yeah, this is a great loss to many. His family, of course, that goes without saying. The community as well, huge loss. Mike has done a lot in the community. He's started organizations like Grannies for Grass, Dads for Marijuana, big advocate. And apparently he had been recently diagnosed with brain cancer is what we're hearing. And this happened very quickly.
Yeah, well, we see that he just posted online in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It just seems like in 2 days things changed pretty quickly. Yeah.
So we don't really have any details other than what we've said so far. That's all that's been released. This is breaking news as it happens, so to speak. So tragic loss for the community for sure. We'll keep an eye on the situation and update people when we get more news on the events that took place and plans for the future. But yeah, big loss for the community for sure.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Michael. You'll be greatly missed.
Yeah, head to his Facebook wall, send a message to Diane, and let everybody know you're thinking about him. So.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Kim, the two news items I was going to discuss tonight before this came up was the fact that here in Ontario, tomorrow's a big day with 2 votes going on, as well as one of those having effect countrywide.
Yeah, lots going on in Ontario and Canada-wide tomorrow. Big day in the House, in the Senate, and big day in Ontario to find out who is going to be leading this province after tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you hearing? Well, we all know where the Liberals' plans were for cannabis legalization. That's well known. You hear anything? The PCs, Doug did a flip-flop there. One time he was talking retail, and then he says, well, hang on here. And then he says, maybe a few years down the road we look at it. We do that maybe after we test the waters with alcohol.
Yeah, and in the same breath, he said if it was up to him, it wouldn't even be legal.
Legalized.
So I mean, our choices here are not wonderful. I mean, a lot of people aren't really pulling and touting their platform for cannabis. It doesn't seem to be a real thing that they want to push home their agenda on that. Getting what their plans are is almost like pulling teeth for some of these guys.
Well, there's nothing on the NDP's website on the platform. I went through it a few times and I couldn't find anything on there on cannabis. I know that they voted it along with the Liberals during the voting of the legislation, so I know they do support cannabis legalization. But whether they are looking at opening up the market to the private sector, I don't know.
Yeah, they've been very quiet on that front, oddly. Given the amount of people that are interested in this aspect of what our province is going to do, it's surprising that they're not more forthcoming. I have heard from the Green Party that they want, full open concept, privatization, individuals having mom and pop shops available, this and that, but they're the only ones that are really coming out with any kind of platform.
Yeah. They don't have a huge chance of winning, but it's great to see that it's in the platform. And if the people start going that way because of that platform, who knows?
Yeah.
No one expected the third-party Liberals to become, majority government in the federal land, and now we've got the third-place NDP that having a chance to possibly rule here in Ontario as a government.
Yeah, that's right. And they've done it before. I mean, we all remember the Ray days. I mean, that didn't go over so well. Yeah. He made some big errors during his time running the province,
but we also remember the Mike Harris days.
That's right. We remember the Mike Harris days who did the complete opposite of the Ray days and did everybody's cuts. That's right.
Down the road it's going to be we all remember the win days. They weren't winning.
That's right. So, I mean, the NDP are a legitimate party now. Nobody thought they would be 20 years ago. And that's where the Greens are today. Given that they are coming forthright about their platform on cannabis, I can see them pulling some votes and becoming a strong contender, not perhaps this election, but next election because of the turnout that they get from this election. I know myself, I've made no secret about it. I'm voting Green. They've convinced me they've got my vote, and several other people I know are doing the same.
Yeah, because the big red party, they'd be lucky if they even have party status by the time this is over and done with. So
yeah.
Yeah, and the Senate tomorrow, they're going to vote on the cannabis legalization, and more than likely, as we noticed on the Reefer Reporters, there's like 40 amendments coming along, so that's going to head back to the House of Commons. Probably has to be done within 2 weeks' time. Will it get done? I guess stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more. I mean, the deadlines are getting closer and closer every time we say that, Al. But they are coming. It's a process that we're going through. They're debating it. They're making these changes. It's interesting. There are so many amendments when the media releases are only really focusing on a few.
Yeah. They were talking about that. They voted on the home growing banning across the country, which was defeated. But yet they're going to allow provinces and territories to decide those type of amendments. And now it goes back to House of Commons to see if they agree or not agree. So.
Yeah, that's right. So it's still a waiting game in Canada. We are inching our way closer.
Could still be Christmas, man. Could still be Christmas, right?
Could still be Christmas.
All right. Okay, let's move on to our guest.
Sounds good. We got a great young man with us tonight.
Okay, well, as I said, he's a patient who is helping patients and wants to make sure that they have the alternative choices. So we'd like to welcome Mark Whitaker to the Pace Radio Show. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming on and talk to us about what you've been up to and what's going on down the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, currently right now, we're expanding our product line drastically since we started out.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, no, not a problem. I'm going to let Kim do a real good intro of you. She does it. She does a better one than I do. and then she'll get going with the questions, and I'll jump in as we go along. All right, okay. Over to you, Kim.
Sounds good, Al. Thanks so much. Yeah, tonight we have Mr. Mark Whitaker with us. I mean, I've met you on a couple occasions. We met, I think, for the first time, I think perhaps at the Karma Cup last year, where I was able to sample some of your products and check out your booth and stuff. And we had a nice chat there. And then we got together again this year at the Indigenous Cup, where you are also there with your products once again. And I was able to sample even more of your stuff and talk more in depth with you about what you're doing. And I was so impressed and so intrigued. You've got some really cool stuff going on, and you're so dedicated and so knowledgeable, and you care so much about your patients, and you are so damn young. You are an impressive young man for sure, Mr. Mark Whitaker.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us, how did all this come to be? Now, I know you're a patient. Was that your focus? Is that what got you started to help people?
Myself is, I know like many others, I lost my job due to my cannabis prescription. And then seeing with that, I had to find out that I just couldn't spend all my money on medicating with just smoking, because it costs a lot for pain and my mental health. So I had to focus on topical. So I started using the topicals at the beginning, and then it's just autumn-balled ever since then. That I've just been doing more products as I continue to go along.
Amazing. So once again, we've seen this in the past, patients developing products out of need, out of necessity, because there's nothing out there that's made to help you. And now that is developed into Dr. Errl's Extracts, which is a company that you've got going. You make several products. You have extracts of all kinds, including shatters and waxes and stuff like that. Now, this is you and another person. Is it your brother?
I was currently doing it with someone else, but then since the Indigenous Cup, it's just been myself. So I'm
now
going to
you're
be
expanding on your own now.
I'm expanding just on my own. I've lost the edibles that I was doing and the chocolates that I was doing. So I'm going to be getting back to getting a processor for the chocolates, and then I'm going to be getting back into extracting the shatter myself.
Awesome. Now, I had an opportunity to try your products, as I said. Excellent stuff. The balm is wonderful for your back, and I found your shatters and smokable extracts extremely clean.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Where were you going to go?
I was gonna say I can contest that. I know you use your bombs, and it's only because you post pictures of you using them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She does.
Thank you very much. That's a recent line that we just recently came out with, because the massage oils that I make, we do 3 different massage oil lines. I honestly opened up one, I started one just for muscle relaxation. It actually helps out someone with fibro. And then the warm earth, I did it for joint pain, and it actually helps out someone with Parkinson's. And then the Karma Cup winner that I have, it helps out someone with arthritis. And recently at the Global Marijuana March, I found out that it helps out someone with MS.
Excellent.
And, so with those, it's a small dosage, because it's only 75 milligrams in the whole entire bottle. So I wanted to make something that was stronger, so that's why we started with the pain cells.
Right.
So that was the for when I need and I always look at my personal, because if I'm going through something myself, if I need something stronger, the patients that I help out, they may need it as well. So if anyone can also give me anything that they need, then I can also focus on that too, because it's not just for myself as well. That's why I made the 1,500 milligram tincture.
Yeah.
Because,
Now that's a strong tincture. Really strong tincture. I did 1 drop of that, and yeah, that works.
yeah, dispensary, they actually contacted me, and they were selling a tincture, and someone complained that it didn't get them high. So I was like, well, what's the dosaging that you want? And they didn't get back to me. So I was like, well, myself, the maximum that I've consumed in one day is 1,400 milligrams. And let me tell you, it was a very, very nice nap. So, so I figured if I made it 1,500, if I can take a nice, very long nap, if someone has complaints on this, then they can consume quite a bit themselves. So I also take into consideration that there are very heavy dosages or dosage users besides myself. So I always have to look at everything. And the one reason why we brought up, because I remember the original part was talking about the pain cell, is why we originally brought that out, is I didn't want to lose the fragrance in the massage oils. Because yes, they are only 75 milligrams of cannabis, but the amount of essential oils that I use, if I use a stronger dosage, I might be losing the fragrance, and I don't know if people want to just be walking around smelling like cannabis all day long, because it does absorb into your pores.
Well, I don't know. I've been smoking it for 15, 20 years, almost daily, and so I walk around smelling like it all the time, anyways.
Yeah. But
I know exactly what you mean.
The fragrance, I mean, that's part of aromatherapy as well.
That's right.
It has an effect.
Yeah, it puts smiles on some people's faces.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So now you have a website, right?
Yes.
And you do all of your sales on your website, and you go around to the different events like the Karma Cup and the Indigenous Cup. Your products are also available in several dispensaries and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So besides bombs, what else do you have?
Pardon? Besides which?
Besides the bombs and the lotions and stuff, tell us more about your other products.
Okay, we also have lip balms that we carry, and then we also have high terpene, high concentrate extract. It's one of the more higher end concentrates that we carry. It's the diamond, which it takes about a month and a half for the diamonds to actually cure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a very nice. Where I was actually going to look into maybe going into putting it into some edibles, but then the extractor this one I don't make myself. They were telling me that I'd be wasting a lot of it, so I like that I'm talking to a lot of the right people, because the edibles that I'm going into, I'm looking into using Marty from the Healing Garden Canada. She's a 2-time Karma Cup winner.
Yeah.
I'm looking at getting her to process my edibles again. So I didn't know if using the high terpene, high concentrate extract would be the best for doing edibles for my patients. So we're going to be looking for a full spectrum edible moving forward. So I'm looking forward to bringing everything that Marty offers to our website as well, because I know edibles are something that I make myself. But myself, I do it more on a larger scale, where I do like a pasta sauce for myself.
Yep.
So it's kind of hard for when I'm making my meals and I'm infusing the meals that I make every day to actually sell that on a remarket.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. We had in the Karma Cup last year, there was a few edibles that were along those lines. They had a barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
So I mean, that would be along the same lines as your pasta sauce, right? It's a little bit more difficult to market, I guess, eh?
Yeah, because it's harder to do the individual dosaging, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm really looking forward to working with Marty and bringing, because she does candies, suckers, the chocolates and cookies and all that stuff that I would just be trying to do, not doing myself, right?
See, and I mean, that's what I love about your site and what you do. You have your own company, you do your own extracts, you have your balms and your lotions and stuff that you do. You have your shatter and stuff. That's all your individual product, but you're opening the door to other people's products for sale on your site as well because of their beneficial to the patients that you serve.
Yeah, for that was a huge thing that the Indigenous Cup brought to me is Bella Vita bath bombs.
Love them.
They're amazing.
Love them. Yes.
And when you say that, we're from the same city, and if we didn't both go to the Cup, we would never met each other.
Yep.
And the benefits that he can offer my patients that I can't, like. For myself, my topicals, they only go so far. And
That's right.
I use his bath bombs every day. And it gets the extra sharp movement out of my back.
Yeah.
So when I find products that I can use myself, like, you don't need to make everything in-house. When you can find other products that you can use and you can stand behind yourself, that's amazing.
Well, just the fact that you carry them now, I mean, I bought what I thought was going to be a fairly substantial supply while I was at the Cannabis Cup. I thought, okay, well, I'm set here for a couple of months, but the rate I'm using them, I'm not set here for a couple of months. So I'm going to wind up placing an order pretty soon, but at least now I know where I can get them. That's fantastic.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that's the thing is I mail across Canada every single day. So that's another benefit is if you're a patient anywhere in Canada, it's not just locally.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing for people like me. And there's many out there like me. We go to these cups and these festivals and stuff like that to see all the vendors and see all the products. And then we get our hands on something, we take it home and try it. We fall in love. Okay. But you live 10,000 miles away. How the hell am I getting more?
Yeah, that's the one thing, because even when I'm at in Toronto, I'm going to be there for the Lifted Market this Sunday. I try to stress that if they're looking for anything, you can just rebuy. Always mail order. It takes sometimes a day or two just to get to certain places. Some places, I don't know how long it takes. I wouldn't mind figuring out,
Yeah. So
I think province-wise, I think they're talking 3 days province-wide.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just regular post office.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because I go for, I think it's $20 flat rate shipping.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll ship anywhere in Canada. So as long as they have an address, I'll bring it right to them.
Right on. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you've got a real cool variety of packages to try, and the products that you yourself develop are excellent. I want to get into how you got started on, infusing stuff and that. I know what your motivation was, but how did you learn about all of this and all of that stuff? But we're almost at the break time, so I don't want to start on that yet.
Yeah. We can go to break, and then that way you can ask those questions.
All right. Now, there's one other thing that I will note, though, that's on your website, and I'm going to have to check out that I'm interested in is your soap. You have an infused.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get at that after break as well.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Because I don't know if I've ever seen a cannabis soap before. Like I've seen, you go into stores, you see all different soaps, but I just don't. Cannabis soap. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out the benefits and everything after break, right?
For sure, yeah.
All right. Let's head to break, and tonight our bumper music is by Marka B. I don't know. I've never heard of Marka B, but Marka B's got a song here which sort of, matches to what our guest is. Our guest offers alternatives. And this song here sings about alternatives, and it is called Land of Sensi. And then after break, Kim and I will continue our talk with our guest, Mark Whitaker. This is the Pace Radio Show. We are live at lifestyleradio.net.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
I'm going to to the land of Sensi. Anybody wanna come with me? Follow me to the land of Sensi, where I'm gonna use that Sensi tree. I'm going to the land of Sensi. Anybody wanna come with me? Follow me to the land of Sensi, where I'm gonna use that Sensi tree. In the land of Sensi, all clothes are made out of hemp. Makes very good garments, stronger, warmer, cheaper than cotton. 3 times the strength and takes longer to rotten. There's something for everybody in the land of Sensi. I'm not joking. Marijuana is not just for smoking.
Canada, the time to act is now. These days, your customers are seeking variety. Increase your earning potential by expanding your inventory with CC Nexus, Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler. CC Nexus stocks over 60 reputable breeders, including Canuck seeds, with a wealth of autoflower, regular, feminized, and CBD strains. All first-time customers will receive a free pack of Canuck seeds, plus a mug, t-shirt, and additional promotional materials. Add strains and increase your profit with CC Nexus, your Canadian-owned and operated wholesaler of cannabis seeds. Discreet, worldwide stealth shipping from Canada, supporting you locally. Call today, 1-844-843-7995, 1-844-843-7995, or visit us at ccnexus.global.
Are you looking for cannabis news, education, and people's opinions? Are you looking to learn what Canadian and international cannabis advocates are doing? Not only now, but what got them to this point in their lives, and what does the future hold for them? Do you want to learn how patients are using cannabis as their daily medication, or learn how their cannabis use helps them with their medical condition? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I'm going to suggest to you to tune in to Lifestyle Radio. Catch their live weekly shows and have your questions and concerns answered and find the experience you're looking for. Monday, catch your weekly news broadcast with the Reef Reporters. Then on Wednesday, get several hours worth of cannabis public education. We get things started with cannabis and coffee with Tamarawana. Then tune in and catch Pottawa with Russell Barth, who calls himself the world's angriest pothead. Finish up your evening with the award-winning Pace Radio Show with Errl Grham and joint host Kim Cooper and Alicia Yashishin. No week would be complete without tuning into Friday night's program, the 420 Radio Show featuring Al Rapp and the 420 Radio crew, Mary Jane Baker and Marcel Gignac. Cannabis is a lifestyle, and you can catch all your cannabis lifestyle information right here at lifestyleradio.net or at our sister site, 420radio.ca.
Celebrate Indigenous Awakening at Legacy 420's first outdoor music fest, August 11th on the Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory.
This one's about rock and roll and comic books and bubblegum.
Featuring Headstones, DJ Shove, Derek Miller, and more, with host MC Howie Miller. Opening drum ceremony at 12 noon. Medicinal, food, and Indigenous vendors and artists. Free camping. Tickets $75 at legacy420.com. A 19 and over event. Indigenous Awakening, Saturday, August 11th on Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. Take Highway 401, exit 556.
Sponsored by NIMCA and Legacy 420.
Man, have you been to Canadays yet? Canadays, Campbellford's premier cannabis culture shop at 19 Bridge Street West. They've got bongs, oil rigs, grinders, and papers. Everything you need for consumption. They've got seeds, soil, nutrients, and dome trays too. Everything you need for cultivation. Get top quality seeds from top suppliers like Canuck and wholesaler Nexus. Canadays. They've got all kinds of awesome cannabis novelties, clothing, and apparel. I know, right? It's a lot more than just a bong shop. Interested in gaining legal access? Canadays can help. They're a PACE information center. You know, people advocating cannabis education. Come by the shop and check it out. 19 Bridge Street West, Campbellford. Canadays. Have your say without saying a word. Canadays.ca.
In the land of Sensi, the oil that you put into your lamp is made from the seed of the marijuana plant. In the land of Sensi, all paper is made from the ganja tree. Newspaper, Bibles, and paper money. It proves to be the longest lasting paper of the highest quality. In the land of Sensi, there are no sleeping tablets with side effects. Have a spliff or drink some tea to alleviate all your stress. In the land of Sensi, all paintings are done on hemp canvas with the paint made from hemp seed oil.
Hey, we're back. We are live here at lifestyleradio.net, and you can always just catch us, as I said, at 420radio.ca, as well as at the Pace Radio website, found at pace-online.ca. Tonight on the program, we're joined by our guest, Mark Whitaker of Dr. Errl Extracts, and my joint host, Northern Ontario, Kim Cooper. Well, Kim, just before we bring Mark back in, I'm sure our listeners would have noticed a different commercial was playing tonight.
Yeah, we got a new one on board, fresh from Tyendinaga territory.
Yes, there is. They are holding the Indigenous Cannabis Music Fest called Indigenous Awakening, and it is going to be held on August the 11th.
Yeah, sounds like a great festival to go down to. Spend the day just outside Belleville. It's going to be a lot of entertainment lineup.
About 15 bands, Headstones, Derek Miller, Murray Porter, and many more are going to be there. They're going to have vendor tents, cannabis-related products there as well.
Yeah.
And local vendors.
Yeah.
Camping to be announced.
Yeah. So far right now it's looking like a one-day festival, but the organizers are going to see how this goes and talking about expanding on that in the future.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm sure down the road here we'll have somebody from that on the program to learn more.
Absolutely. You can count on it.
Yes, right. Okay, Kim. Let's bring Mark back into the program, and before the break, we're talking about soap.
Yeah. Before we move on from his website and some of the stuff that he sells, we got to talk about this soap. We were talking a little bit on the break. I try and use as many all-natural products in my life as possible. Soap is one of them. I don't buy store-bought soap ever. I use the all-natural ones that you get at the fairs and online and stuff and local vendors. I love the idea that you have a cannabis-infused one. But unlike the bath bomb, your bar of soap doesn't sit in the tub with you. So what would the benefits be?
The benefits is the cannabis that you're actually putting into your skin. So when you're washing with it, the shea butter that I infuse, it's good for extremely dry skin.
Okay.
And it's good for extremely like psoriasis or eczema, because you're actually, when you're washing with it, it actually gets into the pores. So when it gets into the pores, it's providing the moisture into the skin.
Right. So as soon as the soap is touching it, the cannabinoids are going into your skin right away.
Yes.
It doesn't have to sit there to soak into your skin, right?
Yes.
Right.
And that's and another thing is with the lavender one that we use, because I do a killer raspberry, and then I also do the lavender. The lavender essential oils helps me refresh my day and helps me with my anxiety.
Excellent. So once again, essential oils, aromatherapy, all of those wonderful things that we have in nature coming into play with our health that work in conjunction with cannabinoid therapy, right?
Yes. That's so sorry, go ahead.
So if you've got somebody who wants, they don't know how to make the bars or anything like that, but they know, some information or looked up some information on different oils, could you do custom orders?
Yes, I could do anything. Just with the soap, it does take about a month and a half to cure.
Oh, yes.
Because of the drying stages of all the oils that I make.
Yeah. It takes a long time to make these. Like, they're massive bars when they make them, and then they cut them off into slabs. That's been my experience with buying them. So over the years, it's usually a massive bar, and Buddy just has this big knife, and he cuts you off a big slab that you want, right? But they last a long time, too. If you cut off only pieces and use a part of it in the shower at a time, the whole thing won't disintegrate.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I guess because the whole thing's not in there getting wet.
Yeah.
Only part of it is soaking in the leftover water from the shower or whatever. Right?
Yeah. So I cut off these like little hotel size bars,
Yeah.
And that's what I keep in my shower. And when I need a new one, I cut off another piece. And my bars last me a very long time that way.
There you go. Hey, shower bar etiquette.
There you go. There you go. But I mean, it's so much better for you than the store-bought stuff. There's none of these harsh chemicals that are in our products, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting to see one infused with cannabis. I found that really interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah, the bars and bombs and essential oils all combined. Now I see here you've got on your website. I see you got a nice little logo here with the bunny rabbit in it. Not tested on animals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not tested on animals. Imagine that.
Basically, it gets tested on myself and all my friends first. We, for the massage oils, we used that for almost 3 to 6 months even before I sold one. We just made sure that it worked on, I think I tested about 15 different of my friends that were just going through different illnesses of their own.
Right.
And then we seen that it worked. And I found that I could only use 25 drops of the essential oils because that's how high grade that I use, because I get them from Botanic Universe. Or I'd be doing a skin irritation.
Okay.
So that's why I had to dilute it.
Okay. So you know firsthand whether or not these products work.
Yes. We made sure of everything beforehand, and then we started slowly introducing them into other product lines after the first year was successful.
Now, for you as a patient, I guess, how did you discover that topicals were the way to go for you, and what was your encouragement to market that? How did you get into topicals?
Honestly, it was the Karma Cup.
Really?
I was a judge. I was a judge for the Karma Cup.
Sarah.
Yeah. I've been medicating my whole entire life with cannabis. I was doing shatter ever since I found out what shatter was. I started making it. And then I became a judge for the Karma Cup, and I found out what topicals were. And I was like, wow, this can get rid of the kinks in my neck. This can get rid of all the pain that I'm still suffering with after I'm medicated.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, medicating by smoking, it does wonders to alleviate it, but that kink, that nagging ache is still there no matter how much you smoke. Numbing it's the only way to make it go away.
Yeah, and that's what I found out, that with smoking, it's only 15% you're ingesting of the THC and the cannabinoids and the terpenes that you're actually ingesting into your body when you're smoking it. When you get edibles, you're getting 85%. And then the way is if you do suppositories, you're getting 99%. And then I don't know where topicals come in there, but I do know that they penetrate the first 4 layers of skin, so they don't get the psychoactive. So you don't get high. So that may just help relax the edge off that I could never take off before.
Right. You're causing the numbing effect. The muscle itself becomes relaxed. The bone right down in everything, it just becomes relaxed with these topicals. It's really being revolutionary and life-saving for many patients.
Yeah, and then that's one thing is that I noticed when I'm at events and I'm speaking with a lot of people, they don't really know what topicals are. And it's the introductory is sometimes the hardest thing, because you're trying to introduce to someone that you're giving them cannabis and you're not getting them high.
Yeah, wrap your head around that.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things is when you have to say, sit down and let me show you firsthand. And then that's sometimes the hardest barrier that I have, is it's easier to when there's smoke being blown out in the air or when they see something they can eat. But when they're looking at just an oil and you're trying to say that they're not going to get high and you're going to take care of all their pain, try to get them to believe you, right?
Yeah. I found that I'm a suppository. You mentioned suppositories. I'm a suppository user and a believer in the medicine effects that you get from them as well. And I've had that conversation with people, and they say, well, I don't want to get high, but you don't get high from those either. If it's not gone through your liver or digested through your liver, then you're not going to get high unless you've smoked it. So you're good with topicals as well.
Hmm. Yeah, that's like one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people, they've taught me, like I'll just make the products myself, but then when people actually use it themselves, they're teaching me how to use these products. And there's a William Barwell.
Yes, I know William.
He's a cannabis counselor.
Yeah.
With my fruit and spice, he used it on the back of someone's neck. And then that's how I learned that goes right to the brainstem.
Yeah.
And then that's where the medicine goes straight in. And then it's just like you're using, like if your chip in your car system goes, you're taking out the chips and you're replacing them. And that's how you want the medicine to start getting in. And then it goes to the reactors and it distributes it throughout the rest of your body.
Yeah, it's amazing the different spaces that are in your body that will bring it to the parts that are needed so quickly. The same as with tincture. If you put it under your tongue, it goes immediately to those blood vessels and it's in your blood. It's in your system right away. Back of the neck is another, as you say. Bottom of the feet, that's another port of entry, so to speak. You know, there's many spots on our body that are like that all do different things.
And it's just a beautiful thing that when you can introduce someone to medicine that's not getting them high, but it can get them to take care of what they're looking for. That's another thing that I'll admit that I'm looking into CBD for a lot of my products. I haven't seen a lot of the effects when I've tried CBD myself. It doesn't mean that the effects aren't there. So I have to look at a lot of the events that I've been at. People, they ask me why I don't use CBD. And for myself, I'm not a grower. I can't make sure that the plants are canatonic, that the plants are I don't think Jack hair is actually CBD. I just think it's good for my anxiety.
Yeah, but you can't guarantee that the person is giving you a CBD strain, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So now that my grow's coming in, I'm going to be making sure that I can control the CBD, and then I can subcontract all the THC that I'm using from my products, and then I can control I know that I'm producing CBD products for everyone.
So you're going to advance and you're going to be adding a CBD line then as well.
Yes, for all my products.
As you say, it didn't do wonders for you, but that doesn't mean that it's not of interest and benefit to others, right?
Yeah, and who knows? I may find a strain that may help me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I have to look at it at the end of the day. It's not about myself. It's about what patients I could help out with the products that I make.
Just because it doesn't help you doesn't mean it won't help somebody else.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so many strains out there. We've got CBD, we've got the THC, then we've got the indica, sativa, and the hybrids, and then you add in the terpenes and all of the other cannabinoid profiles. There's so many different choices out there. Sometimes it takes a while to find the one that works for you.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one thing is a lot of people, they just don't even have the time to find out the ones that don't.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid with the CBD is if people are putting their trust in me, I want them to make sure that that I can put my trust in the suppliers that I'm working with.
Yeah, and like you say, you give it to other people to test out. What was it, 6 months? So you mentioned there earlier. Yeah. Yes. So you'd be doing the same thing with this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've even when I asked, I had CBD from someone and I tried it myself, and my anxiety actually worsened after the first 15 minutes when I medicated.
Wow.
So I gave it to someone else just to see if it wasn't me or not, and they still haven't got back to me yet. But I just like to see, just because myself that's someone putting their trust in someone's medicine, and if it's not making it correct for them, you're not doing any good for anyone else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all different. We all have different tolerance levels. We all have different needs in our endocannabinoid system. It requires different things to solve the ailments that we have. That's why it's good that we have so much choice. And it's awesome to see that you're doing this kind of one-on-one testing with people so that you can get a pretty good scope of what a product's like.
Yeah, because myself, I don't even know what I'm looking for half the time. And in medicine, a lot of time I may be looking to solve one thing in my life, and I don't know exactly what it is. And then it's when I can help out with one medicine, it may, because sativas are one things that I've learned over the time that I have to avoid myself because it makes me kind of like Spider-Man.
We talked about this there on the weekend.
Yeah, but do they affect you the same way if you smoke versus absorbing it through your skin? Like that's I was just like when you guys were talking there, I thought to myself, geez, is there, when it comes to making to using cannabis to infuse these products, is there a difference between the indicas and sativas where people?
Yeah, what's in the bath bombs and what's in the cream? Is it indica, sativa?
For myself, I like to use always a deep indica base because a lot of the times when you're using topicals, you're looking for the pain suppressant, or I'm looking for strains that are focused on pain and tolerant, or like the insomnia if you're wanting to help yourself sleep with the bath bombs, with the lavender ones. We try to focus on exactly the medicine or the what we go on the leaf fly, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe that's what the and they give you the cannabinoid profiles.
Yeah.
And then we go by them on when we look through the strains, and a lot of the times when I'm doing as I say for topicals, you want to look for that indica because you're trying to look for that in the couch pain feeling, right? The sativas are more like your active, you want to get up. I use it more like when I need a coffee instead of having a coffee and it keeps me up, or when I need a creativeness when I'm trying to figure out something new in the kitchen. Otherwise, it can ruin my day. If,
I hear that a lot. And I'm a sativa person, right? I'm a sativa girl through and through. I love my sativa. It gives me the get up and go that I need. And I hear that a lot from people saying, oh God, how can you smoke that? I'd be climbing the walls or up on the ceiling or something.
Yeah. I hear that. I agree with those people.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, right now it's late, I'm still smoking sativa.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll be bringing those out because I know for me to get the pain salves ready for the lifted market for Sunday, I'll have to stay up all night making them. So tonight I'll be smoking sativas to make sure that I'm stirring the pot. But besides that, I'll be avoiding them.
Yeah, but I know what you mean about infusing the products with an indica because 99% of the people that are looking at these products are looking at them for some sort of a pain relief or some sort of an issue, muscular or muscle or whatever, or skin even. Sativa really wouldn't do the trick for that, I guess, eh?
Unless to my knowledge, I may be wrong. Unless the actual cannabinoids or terpene profile in the plant may stress otherwise, to my eyes, I'd always be looking for the other end because there might be a sativa that may be one of the best pain, may have one of the best pain profiles, right?
It comes down to the makeup of the cannabinoids within the makeup of the plant.
Yes.
My pain control, I turn to distillate for that. My sativas,
that's
get up.
Even one thing Joe uses in the bath bombs, he uses distillate as well.
I had a good lengthy talk with him about the bath bombs because I used them while I was there, and I came back the next day and bought 3 more packs.
Yeah.
There you go. It works.
Oh, trust me, they're amazing. And one thing that I'll even say that I was amazed of is because I don't use distillate in my topicals because I was always afraid of having the stickiness on the skin. And that's one thing that if he didn't tell me himself, I wouldn't have believed that there was distillate in there because there's no sticky residue on your skin. And I've had many of those bath bombs.
Yeah, no, I use them regularly. I have probably 2 to 3 a week of those things, and no, it doesn't leave my bathtub oily. There's no sticky film on me. They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perfect mixture. That ever since then we've done. There's a cooling lotion and a healing lotion that we're bringing out for 300 milligrams pretty soon. That we have that coming into line. So we have some new product lines coming up. And Joe and I were going to be doing a bunch of stuff together too. So
excellent.
Looking forward to seeing what's coming together.
Awesome. So more to come in the future for sure. Yeah. Your shatter. Now you make that, and I got to say that's really good too.
Yeah,
I had the lemon haze, I think.
That stuff I did make with one of my buddies at one point. Now until my crop comes down, I do have a closed loop system that I do have access to, and then I'm going to start running again probably within the next couple of weeks or so.
Awesome.
So for right now, I am probably going to be looking for a shatter company, but I do for the next little while because I do have patients that are looking to medicate with shatter. That's one thing that I do not have on my menu currently. But I do have the high terpene, high concentrate extracts that I do have, but it is pretty pricey even on the wholesale end. I sell it at $55 a gram when you're buying an ounce.
Yeah.
So it's...
Wow.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty too.
Yeah, the diamonds on it are pretty. It takes the one. It took almost 2 months till I could even get it for myself.
Yeah.
And it's worth the wait, though. It's very much worth the wait.
Yeah. Awesome sauce. So what's the next event you're attending where people can take a look at what you got?
The next event I'm going to be at is the Lifted Market on June 10th. That's this Sunday, I believe, in Toronto. It's still they're still going to be releasing where it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be. Pardon?
Probably on Friday, right?
I think it is the 10th.
Yeah, the day before the event, they usually...
Yeah, they let everybody know
yes.
Friday, like Friday at 4:20 or something, and that way City Hall's already closed, so they can't be stopped.
Yeah, so we have that event there. Then I'm going to be at the Cannacrawl Marketplace, July 21st in Hamilton. And then
Cannacrawl.
Yeah, it's the first. Yeah. It's the first one that they're doing in Hamilton, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think this should be like.
What's a crawl? Is that like live in different spots basically, and you go from business to business to business?
That could be exactly how they're looking at it.
Yeah,
because I know there's gonna be 30 vendors plus.
Yeah,
all in one area, and then it's. You just come and you purchase from us all. We're going to be doing a free sampling and everything. So it's going to be the first one in Hamilton. So I'm very excited about that.
So I guess I'm very much similar to the green market kind of a thing.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Cannacrawl in Hamilton. That's coming up. I mean, we've got all kinds of these pop-up venues happening now for these entrepreneurs to show us their wares. Yeah. And let us try these fabulous new innovative products. And then we've got our legalization platform. And we'll get to Mark's views on that and his plans for the future, I guess, when we come back.
We're running a promo that's going to have cannabis boosts. You might want to give them a buzz.
Yeah.
Being that you've come down towards the Belleville way.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Great at that one.
That's right. Well, they're having another one, August 11th.
Yeah, August 11th.
All righty. Let's see. It's time to go to break again. Yeah. Top of the hour, 9 o'clock, 9 bells. And let's see. We'll hear some more of our music from Marka B. And then we'll hear some more from our guest, Mark Whitaker. You're listening to the Pace Radio Show. We are live here at lifestyleradio.net.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
In the land of Sensi, all cars are not run on fossil fuels, but biomass such as cannabis is converted to methane or gasoline at a fraction of the cost. In the land of Sensi, houses are made out of hemp fiber pulp, practical fire-resistant construction material. Yes, people live in houses made out of cess. In the land of Sensi, the birds are plenty. Hemp seed is their favorite feed. The fish can't wait for the hemp seed fishing bait. Oil from the hemp seed can make a very high protein, delicious seed cake.
Man, have you been to Canadays yet? Canadays, Campbellford's premier cannabis culture shop at 19 Bridge Street West. They've got bongs, oil rigs, grinders, and papers. Everything you need for consumption. They've got seeds, soil, nutrients, and dome trays too. Everything you need for cultivation. Get top quality seeds from top suppliers like Canuck and wholesaler Nexus. Canadays. They've got all kinds of awesome cannabis novelties, clothing, and apparel. I know, right? It's a lot more than just a bong shop. Interested in gaining legal access? Canadays can help. They're a PACE information center. You know, people advocating cannabis education. Come by the shop and check it out. 19 Bridge Street West, Campbellford. Canadays. Have your say without saying a word. Canadays.ca.
Celebrate Indigenous Awakening at Legacy 420's first outdoor music fest, August 11th on the Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. Featuring Headstones, DJ Shub, Murray Porter, and more, with host MC Howie Miller. Opening drum ceremony at 12 noon. Medicinal, food, and Indigenous vendors and artists. Free camping. Tickets $75 at legacy420.com. A 19 and over event. Indigenous Awakening, Saturday, August 11th on Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. Take Highway 401, exit 556.
Sponsored by NIMCA and Legacy 420.
In 2017, the Canadian government announced that although recreational cannabis would be federally legal, its distribution and sale would be determined by individual provinces. Later that fall, the province of Ontario announced its proposed legal framework, that a subsidiary of the LCBO be the sole proprietor of cannabis in our province, essentially creating a one-party monopoly. This government-controlled monopoly could result in longer wait times, supply issues, and insufficient experience due to lack of proper consultation with the pre-existing industry. The provincial government believes this framework will restrict access to children and help eliminate the black market, but this proposed action will only push illicit suppliers further underground. Meanwhile, over the past 2 decades, there's been a growing industry of intelligent, savvy, and responsible cannabis entrepreneurs who have been working hard to provide access and education around the medicinal, therapeutic, and recreational uses of cannabis. We are Sensible Ontario. We're not new, but we're excited to meet you. Visit our website now and donate to become a part of Making Sense.
If you'd like to learn more about Sensible Ontario, go to sensibleontario.ca.
Canada, the time to act is now. These days, your customers are seeking variety. Increase your earning potential by expanding your inventory with CC Nexus, Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler. CC Nexus stocks over 60 reputable breeders, including Canuck seeds, with a wealth of autoflower, regular, feminized, and CBD strains. All first-time customers will receive a free pack of Canuck seeds, plus a mug, t-shirt, and additional promotional materials. Add strains and increase your profit with CC Nexus, your Canadian-owned and operated wholesaler of cannabis seeds. Discreet, worldwide stealth shipping from Canada, supporting you locally. Call today, 1-844-843-7995, 1-844-843-7995, or visit us at ccnexus.global.
In the land of Sensi, there is no asthma, glaucoma. Plasters and muscle ointments are made from cannabis. Rheumatism is treated with hemp leaves from the Sensi trees. In the land of Sensi, ganja is smoked, drank, eaten, worn, lived in, rubbed on to the I'm going to the land of Sensi. Anybody wanna come with me? Follow me to the land of Sensi, where I'm gonna use that Sensi tree. I'm going to the land of Sensi. Anybody wanna come with me? Follow me to the land of Sensi, where I'm gonna use.
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to the Pace Radio Show. We are live, and I got that swallowing of water just in time. Just in time. Okay, tonight's bumper music was by Markaby, and tonight's song was called Sensi. The Land of Sensi. That's what it was, the Land of Sensi. And if you enjoyed the song, I found it on YouTube. Just type in the Land of Sensi, and you'll be able to hear the whole thing. Tonight on the program, we've got the co-founder of Dr. Errl Extracts. That's Mark Whitaker, and my joint host, Northern Ontario, Kim Cooper. Well, Kim, we're into the last segment of the program.
Yes, we are.
And we were going to talk to him about what he thinks about what's coming up with legalization, and I think some other topics.
Yeah, we got into some topics on the break. We'll get to that in a few minutes. It should be interesting for our listeners. I think it's up your alley for sure, Al. That's all I'm going to say for now. But anyway, so legalization is coming up, Mark. Now in Canada, they're saying yes to dried flower cannabis for adults over 19 years of age, with a whole pile of restrictions and rules attached to that. But they are absolutely saying no to edibles, extracts, and other such products. We've talked to other entrepreneurs in the industry that are making products that sustain people's lives in today's world, and patients in general. You're giving us a greatly needed product. How are you going to continue that? Are you worried about the new regime? Are you just going to carry on as business as usual? What's your plan?
I'll just smile as much as I do, and I'll try to stay out of as much trouble, or as little trouble, I guess, as I can be in, because there's no way I'm stopping. I've helped out way too many people in the short amount of time that they've allowed me to be here.
Awesome to hear. So you're just going to carry on and doing your thing at the festivals the way you have been, and carry on with your online plan. So what's your opinion and what do you think of what the Senate's come up with and what Trudeau's proposals are so far?
Honestly, I always look at it as I hope it passes. I hope it goes through. The way that they do it, I just think that they're going to damage it. I don't think that they know enough to, they have too much of a negative stigma against the plant still, that they're not legalizing it possibly for the right reasons, or otherwise they'd just be doing it the way that they've allowed the gray market to exist. Yeah. Because there has been no problems with the gray market.
Yeah. So I guess you as an entrepreneur in the gray market, you must be frustrated by them not coming to you guys and saying, hey, we want you in this. We want your expertise. Tell us what works and let's license you. That must be very frustrating.
Oh, man, I'd pay for a license any day I could, if I could to do this. Anyone would, because you see firsthand how you get to help people. And that's the one thing. When it's about helping people over about taking their money, it's a huge difference. And at the end of the day, I don't know what they're going to be doing when they only have so many shops. How's that catering towards the people when you only have X amount of shops in just even Ontario alone?
Yeah, well, I think they said the original plan was 40 shops right away, but now they're saying that would be less than half of that at the onset for Ontario-wide.
Wow. There's more than that in Hamilton alone.
Well, that's it, right? I mean, Hamilton, Toronto, you've got well over 100 shops in that area alone.
Well, last week, Kim, your guests on the program, they were from Nevada, Elise and Nelson, from the Women of Cannabis. like they were talking about their legalization, and it's just basically people, like yourself, Mark, could start up a business.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to Las Vegas now. You just got to pay the fee. You can open up a shop and you can set up your business. You can sell your edibles, topicals, extracts, any cannabis-related product you want, accessories, the whole 9 yards. As long as you've got the proper security and you've paid your fees, it's allowable. They've flown the doors wide open as far as sales goes, but it's not a perfect system by any means because they have not done their due diligence because they're not allowed to smoke it anywhere. Private home only, not on the street, not in a hotel, not in a lounge, not anywhere.
Wow, isn't it built on tourists there, though?
Yeah.
That's negative. That's negative.
See, that's where concentrates come in handy.
Yeah, and that's what we did. That was our angle. We said, okay, well, X the flour then. We're not going to get any of that stinky stuff. We'll just hit the concentrate aisle. And that's what we did. And we just kept vapor pens loaded at all times. And we were smoking in the casino and on the street and everything else. But it was all concentrates.
True.
Yeah. But no flour. Not allowed. $500 fine.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
and that's like, what's legalization going to come? Like, what's all the fines going to be like? And are they going to be fines or are they going to start becoming arrests?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I
mean, it's...
Well, 31 grams, you're a criminal.
Yep.
Wow, my prescription's like a lot more than that.
Yeah, well, we're allowed to carry. Yeah, you're restricted no matter how your maximum is of your plants and all. You're still restricted on your 150 gram carrying limit. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
But yes. So what during the break, something you mentioned as well.
Yeah, there's on June 28th, I'm gonna be taping on Naked News.
Naked
News.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing edible segment, making them my infused pasta sauce and making them my infused balsamic vinegar.
Awesome.
And you will be doing this naked, of course, on Naked News?
I don't know. I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew because I jokingly said, am I going to be naked with them? And they said the producer may like that. So I hope I didn't jokingly like kick myself in the ass on that one.
It's all right. You'll be in a room with let's say you've got half a dozen people. People on the screen aren't in the room with you.
I'm sure the attention won't be on me anyways.
That's right. The attention will be on what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Wow, that's exactly what it'll be on.
That's right. See, I am a member at a naturist location near Tamworth. I don't know if you know where Tamworth is. And it's natural. It's normal. So yeah, congratulations if you do have to do it naked though.
Yes. So I mean, if you want to teach this class ever, I'm sure Al could arrange for you to attend the nature ranch and show them there how to make your infusion. But of course, there you would be naked for sure at the Naked Ranch.
Yeah, August long weekend, Freedom Festival. I've done cannabis educational stuff there. We did a live radio broadcast for like 6 hours from there last year. Yeah. So by all means, that's quite possible. You could do a course there.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Get all the nakedness all hooked up.
And you'd have a wide-ranging audience. A lot of people think that it's just old gray-haired men that hang out at these places. It's not. I was there on the May 24 weekend. It was the wedding celebrations for the owners, Hector and Yvonne, and there was people that were anywhere from the age of 20 and up.
Yeah.
Every age category, every decade was covered by people that were present. So yeah, it's not just. It's sort of like, you know, cannabis is stigmatized, and you know.
And so is making.
Correct. Correct.
So we are all about, you know, freedom and justice and equal rights. So we'll get
that's right.
Wagon with you, Al. We're there.
All right. So when's that again? June what?
June 28th. We're doing the shooting. I don't know when it's going to be aired though. So.
Oh, okay. That was what I was going to ask you. When's it planned to air?
I have no idea, but
you'll have to announce that.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know, and we'll put an update on the site for you. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, because it's all about education, man.
That's it. It's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Any avenue you can get to advocate through, just go for it.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Okay, nice
so you've got that coming up. That's awesome, and you're going to be attending several events throughout the summer. I guess one of the last questions that's on my list that I haven't asked you yet: are you entering into this year's Karma Cup again?
Yes, I will be.
There we go.
I'm very excited for this one.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be judging this year again. We're purchasing a judge's kit once again this year, so I look forward to trying to figure out which one is yours.
Nice. I hope you can tell.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
It's always good to go back in and defend what you were involved in. You got what you said, second place. Was it second place last year?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. So you want to go back in and defend that, and you actually got an opportunity to improve.
Yep. Get yourself another cup, maybe a bigger one. That'd be awesome.
And I'm going to be trying in a couple more categories this year as well. Seeing how I have a lot more product lines, I'm going to be definitely trying to get my feet into some more cups besides just a topical one this year. So, cool. And I'll be honest, my favorite part is judging. I honestly like seeing what everyone's bringing. That's honestly, it's been my first time competing last year, and I won on one entry. And then it's my second time judging, and this will be my third. So I'm going to be pretty excited for that too.
You know what I like about what I see when the Karma Cup comes, and the stuff is sent out and people start judging, is you start seeing all these judging parties that go on because have them. There's just so much there.
Yeah, we have them. We have a couple of judging parties every year because it's my husband and I, Steve and I, that do the kit, and it's like, there's no way. There's just no way. I mean, I consume a lot, but this is a lot. To be able to give an honest opinion, you need to have time in between these products. Otherwise, you're just stoned.
Well, I can remember when cups first started. They were over the weekend or that day. You know, there was one back then. At one time, we just got on a boat and they cruised out in Lake Ontario, and you judged strains right there on the boat, and that was part of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, okay, try this one. Okay, try this one. Which one did you like better? You know.
That's awesome.
So, I know Sarah there. She gets stuff out of shoot as soon as you can, and you do get some time to test it.
It's about 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's good to see that there's that much participation from people like yourselves that put product in to be judged by these participants.
Yeah. Last year there was, I think it was 119 products total in the kit that we had to judge. I mean, like, that's insane in 2.5 weeks.
For the concentrates, I think there was like 51 alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
And categories and subcategories.
Yeah.
Success. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that. It's good that it's like that. That you know, there is so much there.
Yeah, and that it can bring so many people together, like many people, like even Kim, I met you for the first time when I was vending this year, or last year there.
Yeah.
And
Well, I was there last year.
Yeah, we all were. Yeah.
Yeah. We did a live broadcast from there. Did we not interview? We didn't interview you, I guess. We'll have to find you this year.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we get them on the air this year when we're there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll be able to meet in person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that'll be wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can share soap. We can share soap tips.
Oh, for sure, brother. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get you some out. 'Cause I got some of that coming in.
Well, we have a group of 8 Northerners coming down for the Karma Cup this year, so it should be a lot of fun.
Wicked, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. We got another 10 minutes left. Well, a little bit less than 10 minutes left. Let's see. Is there anything that we haven't touched on?
We've gone through pretty much all of it. I've exhausted my question list. I know with that.
Oh, I know I wanted to touch on. We got some time for this. And that was because I was looking at labeling, which is something that's been coming up big in the legalization stuff. What kind of labeling do you provide for your products for people to be able to see what's going on?
That's the one thing that I've changed over myself is I used to go to Staples to do my labeling. Mm-hmm. And then since then I've been paying a graphic designer to do it.
Yeah. What's all on it? Like when it comes to labeling?
I try to put that for medical use only, keep out of reach of children and pets, not for resale, do not ingest for my topicals, because the high grade essential oils, if you ingest them, you're potentially going to the hospital.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah, because some essential oils aren't consumable.
Yes.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you stress on exactly the directions on what they can or how to consume them.
Yeah.
Because sorry.
I see. Also, you've got the ingredients.
Yeah, we have the ingredients on every single label. And then as you're saying to look at the labelings myself, I do realize that on the first round of the tincture labeling, it says do not ingest on a tincture. So I'm kind of going to have to be changing over all those labelings.
Yeah.
Because that tincture is only to be ingested. So
That's right. Well, it's good that you caught that. See, with an evolving industry, it's good that you're keeping up with that and you're advancing. Your labeling, because many companies are just not even looking at it. So that's another aspect that you're on the ball with this, which is fantastic.
And one thing is I'll admit is going out and doing more events teach me that, because when the shatter packages that we had, when someone asked me about the medical and the effects that they're expecting, when I had it on my website but I didn't have it on a package, that stressed me out because I had to help out that person on the spot. And the fact that I couldn't help out that person on the spot, I got more anxious. Because I should have been able to. So a lot of the stuff, it may be a lot more informative than it should be, but it may be for my anxiety more than others, because I'd like to always know that I can help them right on the spot.
Well, it shows that you're concerned. It shows that you give a shit about your customers and the patients that you treat.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be employed if it wasn't for the patients that purchase my products. It's the only thing that allows me to, exist at the end of the day, right? And I'm just very pleased that my products can actually help out people.
See, this is why you've impressed me so much.
I also see, I'm checking out your concentrate page here. You got some watermelon, headbanger. I also see you got, lately, everybody's favorite pen, the Shatterizer.
Yes,
they're amazing. Matt from Shatterizer, he's, the quality, the clouds on the go, because I have a 14 gram a day license myself. and I'm a heavy medicator. And when I can count on the Shatterizer to keep all my concentrates perfectly melted, like the clouds are perfect, I don't have to worry about the coils, because that was one of the largest concerns that I've ever had with any of the pens that I've had, are the coils. How long is the coil going to last?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, I've only changed the coil twice on this, and I've had it since last December, so that's probably 6-7 months.
Wow, really? So would they offer both ceramic and the dual quartz?
And the dual quartz.
So what's your favorite? We've all got our own opinions on this. I know Matt likes the coils, the quartz coils. What's yours?
I'm the dual quartz as well.
Oh yeah, I'm a ceramic guy.
Yeah.
See, now I've got both of yous because I love the dual quartz. Is for sure my fave for the shatter, but the ceramic, nothing better for distillate.
Oh, nice. That's probably why I haven't found exactly which one I like in the ceramic yet.
Yeah. The ceramic works better for the distillate than the dual coils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So depends on what you're smoking.
Yeah, because
and they kept the globe top, but yet they were able to come up with an option that's not glass.
Oh, and I love that. I've got the silver, and I love that because I'm a klutz. I drop it constantly. It falls over on my desk because I'm reaching for something and I knock it over. Mm-hmm. And those globes, I would go through one a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was getting bad. It gets expensive and it's just not worth it anymore. So this metal option, fantastic.
Yes.
You'd be surprised at how durable these are. I've sold a bunch of these to my friends that they work. I won't say where they work, but where they work, where they drop these, you would be, you honestly think that they would break due to this being glass. And they're like, nope, 5 feet, drop, landed. Surprise, it's still in one piece.
Wow, cool. See, now I didn't even attempt the glass. I'm going by my experience from the old glass globes. Mm-hmm. So I haven't got any personal experience with the Shatterizer glass globe.
Yeah, I've only had 2 people that I've had to replace since I've first started selling these, and I've been selling them since I think about December or November of last year.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
So
I've had mine since 420, and it's just been fantastic. It's been a lifesaver.
I had other units, the glass globes just literally breaking my hand.
Yeah.
And I think, oh my god! So when they came out with the metal globe on this one, I was really happy. So.
Yeah, me too. I was all in on that. I seen the metal and I said, Jeff, okay, I'll take the metal.
I'll take the metal.
Yeah, they're very nice. I like the color contrast too. How it's the black and the silver. It's very nice with the mods that they have.
Yep, for sure. Cool.
Mine's a black on black model.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, let's see. What do we got? We only got a minute or two here left to the bottom of the hour, so we should go to shout out time here, and see if Mark, if you've got somebody you'd like to, highlight, promote, thank, website where people can find you, so on and so forth.
Okay, well, I guess you can find me at the Lifted Market on June 10th in Toronto. I'd like to, you can find me on www.drerlextracts.com. If you're in Hamilton, you can go to Royal Pharmacy, Delta 9, Mary Jane's Closet for any of my products. And if you're in Moncton, Dr. Green Thumb Dispensary.
Dr. Green Thumb. Calling Dr. Green Thumb. There's a song about that. Him. Nice. Now, just so people know, your website, Dr. Errl Extracts. Errl is spelled E-R-R-L.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because some people might throw an A in there.
So. Oh, true. Yeah, Errl's, I use it for the concentrate form. Because Errl's the name for concentrates.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Kim.
My shout out this week is, I have no idea. I'm trying to think of one right now. I guess I have no idea. To the Indigenous Cup that's coming up, I guess, or is not a cup, the Indigenous Fest that's coming up this August.
Indigenous Music Fest.
There you go. It's coming up this August 11th out in Tyendinaga territory. Watch for news about an upcoming episode of Pace Radio Show where we will interview the people that are hosting this festival, and a podcast coming soon.
That's right, exactly. And I'm just going to throw a shout out to Diane. Our thoughts and prayers are with you in this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I will be, just a quick reminder, I'm back next week with Alicia and her special guest who will be cooking up a storm. Why? And yes, she's going to be joined by the Delta 9 chefs. So it'll be interesting. See what kind of food we can come up with that show. It's going to be a day. I don't know if I want to be medicating during that show. All right. You can find us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter at Pace Radio, and we're on Instagram as Pace Radio Show. Thank yous. Go to our sponsors, the friendly and helpful folks, as always, at Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler, and that's CC Nexus. They're found at ccnexus.global. To our producer, the man behind the baggie, and he's also got a shatterizer in his hand. That's all wrap. And a big thank you to you, Mark, from Dr. Errl Extracts, for coming into the program. Really appreciate you coming on. And to you, Kim, thank you for everything you do.
No problem, Al. Happy to be here.
All right. And a big thank you to you, our listeners, for tuning in the program. Thank you. And good night.
Good night.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.